What's up, my Beardos and Weirdos? Today we're diving into r/NuclearRevenge. We've got two stories to go through. The first one is about an entitled mother who tries to steal a gift card and then tries to steal the guy's girlfriend. The second story is about a bully on a bus who gets more than he asked for when he messes with the wrong guy. I want to quickly say thank you to everyone who's been subscribing lately. It is crazy to see that we've almost hit 1,000 people. I also want to quickly say the second story is a bit of r/ThatHappened, but I still think it's a good read. Alright, let's dive right in. I sent an entitled mother to the ER because she grabbed my girlfriend. I posted this story to r/EntitledParents and figured it might be a good fit here too. I made some edits in hopes of making this a little easier to read. This story happened about a week ago. I got a $25 gift card from my mom to the local cinema, so my girlfriend and I decided to go see How to Train Your Dragon: Lost World. HTTYD. For context, my girlfriend's a petite beauty from Venezuela, so people sometimes mistake her for a child, but it's usually very obvious that she's an adult by the sound of her voice and the way she acts. It usually results in awkward or sometimes funny moments, but this was not one of those moments. Anyways, we get to the theater without any problems, and we patiently waited in line to purchase our movie tickets. We started talking about HTTYD and what dragons we would want to have. She loves Astrid's dragon Stormfly because her favorite color is blue and she likes its ability to shoot spikes. The way she marvels at everything we have here is so adorable, but I also understand that it's because she, in her own words, grew up with nothing. We get to the front of the line and I start purchasing our tickets. I feel a really thick finger tap me on the shoulder. Enter entitled parent.
Hey, can you help me out?
This lady's tone instantly set off some red flags for me. People who are condescending and or overly nice generally want something out of you. With what?
Well, I really want to see that dragon movie with my little boy, and we just don't have enough money today.
Her kid is completely silent and he looks like he's 6 to 7 at the oldest. Unfortunately, me and my girlfriend are both broke college kids, so we don't have too much money to spare. Me. We don't have money to spare. Sorry. Maybe someone else can spare some change? I thought that maybe that would get her to leave us alone. But nope.
You have money. You're using a gift card. You could just buy the tickets for you and the little girl with cash.
Me to the employee while mentally facepalming. Can you just take my card real quick, please? She takes my gift card and swipes it. EM.
Stop! He stole my gift card!
I look at EM like she's on drugs or something. The employee looks at the gift card, which has my name on it, and my name is not a gender-neutral one or Karen. Employee.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. This might just be a misunderstanding. His gift card does appear to have his name on it. I want to speak to your manager, Becca! I can't believe you would defend a thief! He just wrote his name on it! Okay, please wait here for a second, ma'am.
She was right in front of us for the entire exchange between us three. Girlfriend tugs on my sleeve.
Babe, what are they saying?
English is her second language, so she has trouble understanding people sometimes. EM has a look of pure disgust on her face. Me to girlfriend. Ella es loco. I was being intentionally incorrect with my Spanish. EM. What?
I should have known that you're a fusing pedophile!
She was screaming loudly and people were starting to stare at us. Me. What? I was just shocked that she would say such a thing to my face. I guess she thought my girlfriend was a child. I glance over at my girlfriend, who is starting to look scared and confused. All she knows is that the physical embodiment of insanity is standing before us. EM.
I won't get your ass arrested for raping. That shit's illegal if you just hand over your fusing gift card.
Me. No, get out of our face. The kid hasn't uttered a peep throughout this entire exchange yet, but he looks scared. EM.
How fusing dare you? You make my baby cry.
He wasn't.
I'm making sure you get arrested and taking your gift card.
She reaches for my gift card on the counter, but the lumbering land whale is too slow. I grab it. She's screaming at me to hand over my gift card, but I refuse and play keep away. After what felt like a minute of her screaming at me and calling us both all sorts of racial slurs, she changes tactics. She grabs my girlfriend.
I'm taking you away from this rapist!
My girlfriend's eyes are wide. She struggles and lets out a blood-curdling scream. Hearing that scream was all I needed to see red. I elbowed EM with all my might. She hit the ground hard. She was out cold with blood trickling out of her mouth. The only thing that stopped me from going further was her kid's presence. Everyone in the vicinity went silent as EM continued to stiffly lay on the ground. Surprisingly, nobody tried to attack me afterwards. The employee was visibly shocked by what just happened. My girlfriend was sitting on the ground crying, but thankfully unharmed. I tried to comfort her, and EM's kid started to cry too. Security came a few moments later, followed shortly by the manager. They're greeted by the scene of me kneeling on the ground next to my crying girlfriend, a little kid crying a few feet away next to his unconscious mother, all surrounded by shocked onlookers. They immediately called an ambulance for EM. It's clear that she's badly injured. The employee and I explained what happened. The other staff were thankfully nice and understanding and offered us free tickets, but we just took vouchers to another showing instead. My girlfriend just wanted to go home. I felt bad for the kid after what he had just witnessed. I gave him a candy bar I was saving for the movie, which seemed to help him relax a bit, but I could tell he was a little scared of me. I apologized for hurting his mom and told him that it's wrong to hit people, but sometimes you have to in order to protect the ones you like. I sincerely hope he doesn't grow up to be like his mother. I'm not sure what happened to the kid. I gave a police statement later that night, which earned me the nickname as the Elbow Man at the local department. My girlfriend does not want to press charges, and she's firm on this. I later heard that I knocked out 4 of EM's teeth, dislocated the left side of her jaw, and gave her a concussion. She likely got the concussion from her impact with the ground. The best part is that I'm guaranteed to win the case against her if she tries to sue me, and I know that she'll have to eat only liquid food for some time, assuming that the info I heard is correct. TLDR, racist woman gets mad that I won't give her money for movie tickets, then she tries to use false accusations to steal my gift card. When she grabs my girlfriend, I knock out EM and dislocate her jaw. What a story! OP! Maybe you shouldn't hit people in the face with your elbow, but that seemed like a really quick reaction to a dangerous scenario in which she could have really harmed your loved one. I know that your story says sometimes you have to hit people to protect the ones you like, but clearly you're doing this because you love her, and that is fairly noble. I think there could have been a few other ways this should have been handled. One of them would have been waiting for the staff and getting the police involved, something like that, but as the staff were away and they were going to get the manager and weren't yet able to come over and assist you, I totally understand why you had to. I'm in agreement with you that I hope that little boy doesn't grow up to be like his mom. Nice post, OP. Thanks for the story. And you hurt people on the bus, you get expelled. So let's get some backstory in here. When I started school, there was always this one kid in the back of the bus that nobody fused with, as they were always too scared. From here on in, let's call him P, or Psycho. I was not afraid to mess around with P. This later gave me the nickname Fearless. A bit of a description of me. I am an English emo kid who gets made fun of a bit because of my accent. I don't even have an accent, I just don't have a Culch accent. So every day I get on the bus, I just hear his raspy ash voice at the back screaming something at the other kids at the back along the lines of "shut the fuse up or I'm gonna batter you." This lid really pisses me off, so I threw a scone I made in home economics at him. Of course, this pissed him off, and he knew it was me immediately, because I am the only one with a reputation of fusing around with him. Forgot to mention, my actions are justified, as the reason I named him Psycho is because he dragged somebody across the bus floor, he threw a little kid across the bus. Yeah, he is strong, but the kid was small, so I don't know. He has threatened to burn down my house, he kicked me in the face, and he made my nose bleed. He once snapped somebody's glasses in half. Important for the story later. He spat on a lot of people in the bus, and he also beat the shiz out of a kid that sat down in the back because he had nowhere else to sit, and I mean this kid had a dislocated arm and he was completely red with blood. He came up to me and said he was going to kill me. I just said go for it, knowing full well he would. Of course his hand came flying towards my cheek, and before I knew it I was on the ground. Then he started kicking me. This is making it look like he is winning, but little did P know, I asked my friend to record all of this. After P left, I got up. I wasn't as harmed as you think. I just have a very strong resistance. All I had was a couple of bruises. Little does P know, I've been recording everything he did on the bus, and made a little presentation. Then, finally, for the golden one, I got on the bus after hearing that P was actually trying to kill me. The second I sat down, P came up to me and started screaming at me. I just stared at him deadpan while my friend was recording. He then proceeded to uppercut me, but before he could, I grabbed his hand and pushed him back. I then proceeded to grab his glasses and snap them. He got up and started being all, "How am I supposed to pay for that, you fool?" Oh, my goodness. Yeah, everybody on this bus thought I was gay because my nails were always black. I threw the pieces of his glasses at him and screamed, "How is that kid supposed to pay for his glasses?" I then said, "Never forget, the people whose days you ruined, when you have to tell your parents that your glasses are broken, tell them why this all happened. Tell them how badly you treated everybody. Tell them how about you beating the shiz out of a kid, and then you might think twice about fusing people over." Love me some quoting Doctor Who, completely intentional. The next day, the revenge finally happened. This was all planned perfectly, as we were hosting an assembly for a couple of people who were leaving the country. I signed myself up to say a few words. I then proceeded to plug in my phone to the computer and put up my little playlist of P attacking people. Of course, it got stopped a couple of seconds in, but this was all my principal needed to see. I was later brought into his office to talk about P and what he was doing. Apparently, a lot, and I mean a lot of people came into the principal's office to talk about P and what he had done to them. I showed him the entire video, and he said that was enough to get him expelled. Something like that, I think. Can't remember it properly. But needless to say, I never saw him again, and our bus was free and finally at peace. Good fusing riddance, I really hated him. Whoa boy. Reading through this one, it clearly read like a middle schooler's post, but hey, OP may be in school still. This may be something that happened to him and to his classmates recently, and as such, he transcribed it as it happened for him. And while some of the story was a bit weird, it does sound like you tried to make a callback to some of the things he'd done for bullying. Like you said, you broke the glasses, and OP, you did a good job of standing up for yourself against a bully without directly having to fight him. I will mention in some of the other comments on the other videos about bullies, I've definitely seen some really interesting interactions from some of these subscribers who have dealt with bullies before and their recommendations for how to deal with people. But this, gathering the evidence, blocking hits you can see coming, those are all good ways to deal with someone. Breaking their glasses maybe less so, but I certainly understand where you're coming from, and starting that conversation, that interaction with their parents, will hopefully help. Great work, OP. Hope things get better in the future. Alright, my Beardos and Weirdos, that was another r/NuclearRevenge. I think you can see what I meant about the second story being a little bit of r/ThatHappened, but I still think it was a good read. Thank you again to everyone who's been subscribing lately. I hope you've been enjoying these videos. If you have, comment below, let me know what you liked about them, and if you haven't, definitely comment below and let me know what kind of changes you'd like to see me make, or what kind of tweaks you think would really help you enjoy the stories. Alright, my Beardos and Weirdos, we'll see you in the next video, where we take it one topic at a time.